Okay, boys and girls, lords, ladies and gentlemen, we're just doing a bit of Nick and Dutch Bible study here from the book of Luke, and this might actually make you laugh because what we're looking at here is some sections which actually go dramatically against what a lot of the Bible-believing Christians tend to say. Now, think about it. There's a lot of talk against things such as homosexuality in conservative Bible-believing sections of society, and so we've got these passages here, these two verses. I just want to highlight for you because I think they're rather curious. Okay, the words are from the book of Luke, chapter 17, verse 34. I tell you, in that night there shall be two men in one bed. Okay. The one shall be taken, oh baby, and the other shall be left. That sounds like a rather unfair distribution of sexual favor. Obviously, one is slightly more, in the mood, and the other one's just like bending over and taking it, obviously. But this is obviously an encouragement or an incitement to some variety of recreational activity, which maybe some pastors would actually object to. But it gets on a little further into lesbianism, as we see in chapter 17, verse 35. Okay, and you can check this out in your own version of the Bible at home. Okay, this is the King James Version, which some people say is like the most authorized and appropriate version of the Bible itself. Now, think carefully about the words, okay? Two women shall be grinding together. Okay, let's see if I can sort of like focus in there. Can you see that? I don't know. There we go. Two women shall be grinding together. The one shall be taken and the other left. So as we got the same kind of end result for chapter 17 verse 34 as well as chapter 17 verse 35. I think we can probably tell that the guys in 1734 are more or less doing the same thing as the girls in 1735. They're sleeping in the same bed, they're grinding. I mean, do I really need to point this out in greater detail? And essentially, if they were both, if both parties, both of the boys and both of the girls were participating in a sinful act, then instead of just one, if this is talking about ascension, as some people or Bible scholars believe it is, then surely they would both be left rather than one of them being taken. So presumably there's some particular form of homosexual act which is actually regarded as being good in the eyes of the typical kind of like a Bible-believing type individual. Certain forms of, gay sex is obviously very biblical and very appropriate in the New Testament. This is ladies and gentlemen, you've got your evidence there. The Bible does not say that homosexuality is bad. In fact, it is actually encouraging it. Now, it appears to be a bit of like an end of times prophecy, which is suggesting that, sexual morals will become much more open and free as we move into the future towards, of course, the end of time. So, all those, conservative, oil industry supporting individuals who think that it's absolutely wonderful that they say, we're coming up to the end times, isn't that great? Well, of course it's going to be great because homosexuality is going to be free and liberalized, and, the ascension is possibly going to be a part of it. I mean, this could be interpreted as if we, if gays don't actually do their thing and lesbians don't do their thing, that the end times won't happen. I mean, think about it that way. It's actually a fulfillment of biblical prophecy for women to grind together. I mean, obviously it's not talking about corn, is it? Because how many women, grind corn either solo or together in the 21st century? It's not really like a major thing, especially not in the Western world. So essentially we can't be talking about grinding corn. Let's be honest, we're talking about it's gay kinky sex basically. We're definitely talking. I mean, the evidence is there. I mean, come on, it's quite plain, quite clear. Download yourself a copy of the King James Version, look at it, there's the evidence. Book of Luke 1734 and 1735. It's absolutely great. free, kind of like, you know, one thing it's not saying about the lesbians is, you know, should they actually be recording themselves on webcam and uploading themselves to some variety of video sharing site? Because I think that would, yeah, I mean, that's got to be, maybe that'll come when the Book of Revelations is being fulfilled. Maybe, yeah. Well, if that's the case, you know, oh, come, Lord, come, oh, kind of thing, you know, it just, the whole thing is just saturated with sex, let's be honest.